Watching 13 News, Kansas News Leader.
Children of all abilities get a chance to say I can to some of those popular summer activities thanks to Capper Foundation. Their iCanBike and iCanSwim programs are coming up. Capper's communication specialist Lacey Kinder and volunteer coordinator Terry Steinman are here to tell us a bit more about it and what the needs are. So Lacey, for those who aren't familiar, what are iCanBike and iCanSwim?
So iCanBike and iCanSwim are recreation programs that are actually through the national nonprofit iCanShine. And what happens is we are a host, one of several across the country, and they have some in Canada as well that host them during the summer months. And so we have iCanBike the second week of June, June 10th through 14th. And then iCanSwim is July 8th through 12th. And iCanBike, we have spots still for participants. Anyone who has a diagnosed disability who is over the age of 8, and there are some other requirements that they have to meet, such as inseam height, that kind of stuff for that program.
And I say kids, but it's not just kids,
No.
Anyone over the age of 5. So
No.
there might be some young adults out there who want to learn how to ride a bike who've been living with a disability.
Yes, and we've actually had in the past folks that are, in their 30s, 40s, 50s, even 60s. So we welcome anybody of any age over the age of 8. iCanSwim is full for participants. That fills up extra quick, usually because the age requirement is a lot less than it is for bike, but we still need volunteers for both programs.
And really what happens is then the kids are paired up with a volunteer and they literally are learning to bike and swim?
Yes, yes.
And so the volunteers that you need for iCanSwim, Terry, that's where you come in.
Yeah.
What do you need to do to volunteer? What are the requirements for that?
Well, volunteers have to be at least 15 years old, but we have volunteers all the way up into their 70s. So especially with swim, because that's a lot easier to do. There's not any running involved, but we've had some 70-year-olds do iCanBike also. The registration forms are on our website, or they can call me or email me. I'll be glad to get it for them. It's a great program for people looking for volunteer hours, especially kids that need them for school, or if they belong to National Honor Society or anything like that where they need volunteer hours, or if a parent is just wanting their kid to get out in the community and do some good.
And this is age 15 plus.
15 plus.
And I should clarify, it's not just the swimming volunteers you need. iCanBike needs volunteers as well.
And it takes 2 volunteers per each rider for iCanBike, so I need 60 volunteers total. I only need 30 volunteers for iCanSwim.
But you can see how fun it is. I mean, and there's a little bit of jogging involved as they jog along with the bikes, but I mean, come on.
But there's a lot of volunteers, so it gets spread out, so you don't actually have to sit there and run laps.
Well,
constantly.
and I'm looking at the smiles, right?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
what is the transformation, Lacey, that you see in these kids over the week that they're learning to bike or learning to swim?
Oh gosh, it's amazing. A lot of individuals and their families come in not knowing what to expect, and certainly not expecting that individual to be riding on 2 wheels by the end of the 5 days.
And the swimming, that's really just a safety mechanism.
It is a safety mechanism, but it also, if you've got individuals who may have the basics of swimming down, but are interested in doing it as a Paralympic sport or in Special Olympics, it just helps refine their skills.
Very important.
Yes, it is very important, and we've got lots of volunteer spots available, but as well as bike
a few participants for bikes. And Terry, do you train people? I think maybe people are worried, gosh, I'm not qualified to do this.
No, there's an orientation that we have on Sunday prior to the week event. They go over everything, and then they meet every morning before their session and go over different things. It's really simple. You don't have to have any experience at all, and it's a lot of fun. It's my 2 favorite weeks of the whole year.
Oh, absolutely. I love seeing all the pictures and video. iCanBike and iCanSwim through the Capper Foundation. iCanBike is coming up June 10th to the 14th. Again, they do have some participant slots available for that. There is a fee, but there are some scholarship opportunities available if your family would need assistance with that. iCanSwim Participation is full, but they do still need some volunteers. That's coming up in July. Information on both of these, I apologize, I misspelled Capper. How did I do that? CAPPER, capper.org, or give them a call, 785-272-4060. Lacey, Terry, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Seeing it all the time. Well, the storm's moved out and left most of us dry today. Maybe not for long, though. Find out when the next round of rain moves in next in the First Alert forecast.